ECU Athletics and Playfly Sports present Inside Pirate Athletics. Inside Pirate Athletics is brought to you by Town Bank. Town Bank, serving others, enriching lives.
Couldn't be more proud of you, man. It takes everybody. It takes who?
Everybody.
Everybody in here and everybody in that program back home. Okay? Your last name's what?
ECU.
Okay, the faster you get dressed, the faster we get on that plane, the faster I can go enjoy it. Let's go! Here we go.
Welcome to Inside Pirate Athletics. Brian Bailey with head coach Blake Harrell. The saying goes, a November to remember. We'll all remember November the 1st, won't we?
It was a good day. Just go up there into Philadelphia and get a good win. And, you know, we talked about a few different things. It's effort and energy and edge. And I thought we had all those things present on the first day of November there. And I thought it was a really good job. He's starting out fast. You know, you have 16 days off, and it could easily just cut out sluggish and you don't get out very crisp and you're not very clean. And I thought on both sides of the football, getting the ball in the end zone and get some 3-and-out stops and getting a turnover early was a big key to success.
You know, the idea about Russ was out there, but you didn't think it was going to be anything like that.
I did not. I really didn't feel that from our football team. I think it was more about we were eager to get back on the field. It had been 16 days since we played and just felt that in practice. Like, hey, we're ready to get back out and play. You know, we thought coming off of Tulsa, we'd done some good things. We thought we needed to be more consistent. But I thought our young men were excited to get back out and play a game.
Really ran the football well. And we keep waiting for one of the running backs to move up in the class, but when you have them all doing well, it doesn't matter, does it?
There's no question. They're all playing really well, and I think they all had, 85 yards or so a piece. There was no guy that had a 200-yard day, but they all were very consistent about what they're doing and just love the way they're running the football. Hitting it tight in there, and just the film, the progress they've made from early in the season to now is done a really good job of those guys, and I'm really proud of them.
And when you watch the replays, it seems like a lot of guys are downfield really making some blocks.
There's no question, whether it be on a simple run play. I see Kojo and Kyle Long coming over and trying to knock guys back on the pile, the offensive line, and running back gets stood up, just pushing the pile forward. Or you see a big play by Yannick, a big catch, and Anthony Smith running down the field to make a block. So those guys just giving extra efforts really what's creating those explosive plays and putting points on the board and yardage, and it's really making that offense fun to watch.
You had to really be proud because you're up 14-zip, you give up a couple of touchdowns, but the guys didn't blink.
Yeah, you could have easily hung your head. We fumbled the ball down there, which is the first one all year. And they get in the box, and we bust a call on defense, and they get in the box again. It's 14-14. You could have easily hung your head and got sloppy from that point out, but I thought the guys didn't blink. They showed some resiliency, kept fighting, kept going at it, and were able to, put it away.
One of the big plays of the game was Ryan Roseborough on the fake punt. Man, when you see that big fella going around the end, man, nobody wants to tackle that.
Apparently, he just says give him the ball. That's what he's been waiting on all year. And obviously was a high school running back at the local JP2 here.
Yeah.
And, probably a few pounds ago, but still had some running back instincts and did a really good job taking care of the football. He said that's why he didn't score. He just wanted to make sure he took good care of the football.
And I asked you at the press conference, any plans of using him in short yardage or at the goal line?
I think not only with Ryan, but we got so many guys who played running back in high school, tight end in high school, and were really good athletes or three-sport athletes. That gives you a lot of creativity, whether it be in a goal line package or special teams, to help your football team win games.
And you talked about that at the press conference, that it's kind of like in baseball. Everybody recruits the shortstops, and they put them somewhere else. In football, maybe it's the running backs.
There's no question. I mean, Kieran Davis is another one that played running back in high school. Torrin Brazil played tight end in high school. And those guys make really good D linemen because they're twitched up. They got high football IQ. They're powerful. They're explosive. And, you can use them in special teams, certain places like that as well.
Every time you look up, Mike Wright's on the field, and he's doing something positive.
I love it. I love his energy. I love his leadership and what he brings to our football team. And we just got to find multiple ways to get him out there, whether it's a quarterback, running back, receiver, play a little corner the other night, play some special teams. And, every time he's out there, something good happens, so we need to keep putting him out there.
And we got to give some credit to that defense you had on Saturday. They really played well. Lights out.
Yeah, had them on 100 yards rushing from a team that really loves to run the football, almost compared them to a triple option team. And it was really that mindset, and I think, the starting quarterback, he doesn't even throw over 100 yards, and he's been really consistent all year long. So I thought they just kind of went at it all day long. and gave up one or two plays there we'd like to take back. But for the most part, just play with great effort and great energy, and flew around. And just, we had a sort of play this morning in our team meeting, just JD retracing the football, and you got 8 hats right there to make a play on a screen play, which is pretty special.
I remember the last time we were up in Philadelphia for the Temple game, and you were walking off the field, and I said, Coach, it doesn't matter how you win it, you just got to win it. And that's about the only time I've ever seen you flustered, because you were that day, weren't you?
Yeah. I think, the last couple trips I'd been up there, we won a game, I think 14-3 back in COVID. In 2022, we gave up maybe 50 points and still won the game. But this is a much better win, a much more complete win, team win that you feel really good about.
I was going to say, it was a whole different look on your face this time out.
Yeah, these are more enjoyable. So let's see if we can have these and be consistent about it. And that's really the key. You talked to our players today about, you can't take one score, one play, one defensive stop from this past weekend and into this coming weekend, but you can take that same preparation, that same mindset, that same attitude into this weekend and be consistent about that.
45-14 was the final. Let's take a break. Coming up next, we'll preview the matchup for homecoming with Charlotte when Inside Pirate Athletics continues after this.
Inside Pirate Athletics is brought to you by Town Bank. Town Bank, serving others, enriching lives.
One of the things we all really like as bankers here at Town Bank, whether it's your business or your family, when you need something, a decision needs to be made. We take care of it right here. We have the people, the knowledge, and the decision makers right here. Town was designed that way, focused on our members and enriching lives.
Inside Pirate Athletics is brought to you in part by Bojangles. It's bow time.
Welcome back to Inside Pirate Athletics. Next up, the homecoming matchup with Charlotte. Charlotte leads the all-time series, and I'll have to tell you this.
Oh, yeah.
2-0, and the Pirates really want to give them something back, don't they?
Yeah, I think when you just mentioned those stats and you mentioned the past 2 games, it really kind of lights a fire in you. It's obviously an in-state game, a conference opponent. That always means a little more, obviously, but I think the last 2 times out versus these guys, we want to show that we're not the same team they faced the last 2 years. We're a different football team, and it's all about our preparation, our focus, how we do things.
How difficult is it when you're playing a team that you're obviously big favorites against?
We don't really look at that. I mean, we respect our opponent, respect everybody we play, and we don't kind of focus on that. It's more about, our preparation again and how we're going to do it and how we're going to take advantage of some things we do. I thought we did a really good job of that last week, and we don't worry about who's favored, who's not favored, because we know any given day, and you see it all across college football, anybody can beat anybody. It doesn't matter who the favorites are or what Vegas thinks. It really matters what happens between the lines.
Tim Alvin is the head coach at Charlotte. They're struggling this year, but he's got a great background.
He's the last 3 seasons as a head coach has won 10 games and done a really good job at Ohio, and I know he'll do a good job at Charlotte as well. And a good football coach and a lot of good football coaches on that staff. We're
in the second week of November. The Pirates are one of 6 teams in the American with just 1 loss, so you're right there in the championship chase.
Yeah, 1 game at a time, 1 day at a time, 1 play at a time. It's kind of our mindset, and we just need to take care of the Pirates and let the other stuff play out.
What's it going to be like for homecoming when you get the guys coming back in, the 3 guys for the Hall of Fame, 3 of the greatest Pirates in the history?
Yeah, what a special week. You got, Shane Carden, Dwayne Harris, and Justin Hardy all going into the Hall of Fame as inductees, and, what they meant to this program, what they mean to Greenville and this university, and then obviously have some seniors coming back from last year's Military Bowl. So it'll be a special day, and I think I'm juiced up about the crowd. I know they're going to bring the energy. It's a big game for them and an important time for them to see friends and family and just kind of get to hang out and watch a great football game.
Should be a lot of fun for homecoming East Carolina and Charlotte. Back with more on Inside Pirate Athletics after this.
Inside Pirate Athletics is brought to you in part by Pepsi, the official soft drink of Pirate Nation.
A big bow box says a lot about a person. Like they have a mighty hunger, a powerful thirst, and take tailgating very seriously. Game day and beyond, grab a football-ready Big Bow Box.
At ECU Health, everything we do is about you. It's about your health and the health of your family. It's about nationally recognized heart and vascular care, personalized cancer treatments, award-winning neurological care, and advanced orthopedic solutions. It's about healthcare, right here in Eastern North Carolina. This is ECU Health, And ECU Health will always be about you. Visit ecuhealth.org to learn how.
It's bow time. The Pork Chop Griller is back at Bojangles for a limited time. We know you missed it, because when you take a tender pork chop and sandwich it on a made-from-scratch biscuit, it's not a flavor you want to say goodbye to. It's bow time.
Welcome back to Inside Pirate Athletics. All of a sudden this week, it's basketball season. The ladies opened on Monday. The men played on Tuesday. Let's take a look at East Carolina's women up against the Seahawks of UNC Wilmington.
Starting forward, Isis Storm moves to the 5. She's only at 5'9". Here's the steal for the newest Pirate, Kennedy Fauntleroy, the Arizona State transfer with a bucket.
And that's the live.
Forced 2 turnovers early, make it a 3rd for Brooks. And that activity paying dividends in the first quarter.
Savannah Brooks making her Pirate debut.
I've been in the first quarter, so a little better here recently. Fauntleroy catch and shoot. Dangerous for 3.
Great offense from the Pirates. Base had to go long every time.
Barner's 3. What a debut for the Pirates. Give her 10. It's in her return. Rembert fouled. Nice finish.
The Pirate ladies win on opening night. Coming up next, the Pirate men welcome Georgia Southern to town. Mike Schwartz with a preview.
Without a doubt. And I know our guys are really excited, as I know Georgia Southern will be, and any team that's getting an opportunity to start their season. You know, you think back to the summer and you feel like it's so far away and you play, and then you get the preseason and you think, you know, you've got so much time, and coaches always want more practice time, but you say it's so far down the line. And now here it is. And now we got one more practice left until our first game.
If you have an appetite for saving money, get the new Rofo Rewards app from Royal Farms. Use the Rofo Rewards app to make purchases or place mobile orders for pickup or delivery and earn royalty points redeemable for free stuff. Download the new Rofo app at the Apple App Store or Google Play. And right now, new Rofo Rewards members will get a free any-size coffee for signing up. Get the new Rofo Rewards app today. It's a very appealing app to have. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Right now, let's take a look ahead at what's next in Pirate Athletics. The Pirate women hit the road for Lynchburg, Virginia on Friday to take on Liberty in a 2 p.m. start in hoops. Pirate volleyball is also on the road on Friday, visiting Wichita State. The volleyball team also plays at Tulsa coming up on Sunday. On Saturday, the men's basketball team visits Richmond in a 6 p.m. tip. And it's homecoming for Pirate football as East Carolina plays host to the 49ers of Charlotte. Kickoff is set for 3 o'clock. And our look ahead is brought to you by Carolina Windows and Doors. That is Inside Pirate Athletics for this week. We'll see you back here next week.
Inside Pirate Athletics has been brought to you by Town Bank. Local bankers committed to your success. Inside Pirate Athletics is an exclusive presentation of ECU Athletics and Playfly Sports.